Hey, welcome back everyone. I have a really cool video today. We're going to be installing the European style headlights onto the Fiesta ST. If you don't know what these are, these have a daily running light strip and they're actually a projector. So it's a better looking headlight and a better performing headlight. So I'll kind of go over what you need to install them and kind of some of the differences and whatnot. And let's just jump into it. So it is pretty simple actually swapping out the headlights. You do need a few extra things, and it does require a little bit of repinning the connectors onto each headlight, which is pretty simple, and I'll do my best to go over what I've learned from forums online. So this is the headlight. Just opened up this box. We'll go over it with a little bit more detail here soon. And here are the current headlights onto the car. So these are the stock USDM Fiesta headlights. They're just a reflector, nothing else. Really cheap, they don't look good, and they really do not perform very well. So we're going to be upgrading to these, and then you do need a few extra things. So this is all you really need right here to wire it up. So we have add a circuit right here. Add it on something. You can put two different fuses, and you can put it into your fuse box. So really easy way to get power. And then right here we actually have some, these right here are little like terminal pins. So we're actually going to use these and add one into each headlight harness, and that way we can actually have the daily running lights working correctly. And then we have some simple 18 gauge wire right here. And then these new headlights actually use a new turn signal bulb. So this is a 7507, a single filament little orange bulb. I will upgrade these, but I just wanted them to work, so I got some standard bulbs. And then these right here are our actual main headlight bulbs. So this is what I'm running right here. These are Oxido. So these are actually H7 bulbs. So they're really low profile and they should fit in the projector really well. And then they actually do have some cooling and whatnot on there. So they should work really well. I'll leave a quick little link in the description down below so you guys can find all these parts and get the exact same ones that I'm running. So to actually remove the headlights, it's very easy. You have a screw here, a little plastic screw here, and then you have one more back up here. So I'll show you how to get those out real quick. And then now that we have those three out, we should be able to get the headlight out. So it just kind of clicked in here. It was kind of like a little hook. So we can kind of press it forward, and kind of pull it up. And then the whole headlight should just be able to kind of, it's almost hooked in there. Yeah, and then you have this little connector. And then a simple little connector on the back right here. And that's it. Your headlight is now out. And now it's time to do this on the other side. So here is a comparison of the headlights. So this is obviously the old one. You have an amber marker light, your low beam, your high beam, and then a turn signal parking light kind of thing. These things, super simple. These ones are even starting to get a little bit faded a little bit and kind of just beat up. So not looking very good. They don't perform very well, and yeah, they just aren't good. And then here is the new headlight. So pretty similar turn signal, exact same high beam. We have an LED daily running light down here. So if we get this wired up correctly, it should operate and act as a true daily running light, which is going to be really cool. And then we also do have a projector. So we're going to put an LED bulb in there. I think standard wise they use a halogen, not an HID. But either way, these look a lot better, and having that projector and whatnot actually will make it a better headlight. So when adding these headlights, they are not a simple plug and play, but they are actually very simple on actually how to wire them up. So this right here is your headlight connector. As you can see, there's pretty daunting. You would think that there's a lot of pins and wires, but there's actually not. There's only a handful, and we only actually have to move one pin and then actually add one pin. So really simple. I'll show you guys how to open this little thing up. When doing this, it is highly recommended that you have some sort of pick or some sort of tool actually to to do this. But as you can see, I kind of put my pick in there and just kind of cracked it out a little bit. So pretty easy. And just take your time. You don't want to break it or anything like that. So this is my first time doing anything like this as well. And then here's all of our pins. Now it's time for the back piece. Alright, I found an easy way to actually get it off. I just got a flathead, kind of was able to work open a crack, and then you can kind of just pry it open. I think so. Now I think we got it. And then for repinning them, we're going to move this pin right here. We're going to move this one to the bottom right. And then we're going to add one right here on the top right. So we got the back open, got the front open. We should now be able to actually move this pin and move it down here. So I actually got it out here. Took a little bit of finessing to actually kind of pull it and push it through. But what I did, if you look in there, there's actually like these little things kind of holding down each of these. I put my pick in there, pulled that down, and then I actually kind of got a flathead and pushed it out, and then I was kind of able to pull it. If I cleared this up a bit, I could probably pull it out a lot easier after it's on there. And there's also like this blue little leather stripping in here that you're gonna want to kind of push down, pull, push down, and pull. And now we should be able to actually just simply find the other spot where this goes, slide it in, and then that pin is now moved. And then we'll just have to add a pin, do it to the other side, and these things should be good to go. Alright, so now it's time to actually move that pin or that connector to the correct spot in the correct orientation. So I think it goes something like this. And then there's actually these little kind of hole or like little things you have to pull out. So I just got my little tweezers, kind of went in there, and kind of just pulled it out very lightly, not cutting it out. The hole is now cleared. So I got it moved down in here. So we've actually opened up the fuse box and I found which fuse to use. So if we look at the cover, I'm going to use F20, which should be this fuse right here, this 15 amp. So here is the ATA circuit. So where I have that fuse is, that's where the new one goes. The old one will go right there. And simply, this just goes into there. And then we're going to add the wire, the new one from the headlight, which looks a little bit like this. I've added my little terminal pin onto my wire. It looks pretty poor, but it should get the job done. So this wire is only going to be that long, and it's going to go into there. And what we're going to do is we're going to open pins of a wire up on two different wires, kind of spin them together, and then we're going to add them to here into this ATA circuit. Alrighty, and this is all the extra wiring that you have to do right here. So we have the little ATA circuit, the fuse tap right here, two wires coming off of it. I have a shorter one that simply has a little terminal pin, and another one that I've just kind of routed underneath just the little radiator cover right here. And then that one is coming over here and has another terminal pin. So pretty easy. So we're going to add that one, change this up, finish this side up over here by adding it actually to the headlight. And then once we have all of the wiring and the connectors all good, we're going to add the bulbs to the headlights and then just simply put the headlights in, plug them in, and everything should work. Alrighty guys, it took a minute, but I was finally able to actually shove that connector, that terminal pin, in there and close it all up. And now it's time to simply match what we've done here onto the other side, and then we should be able to kind of start wrapping this up. Alrighty, so the other side is done. I've moved the pin, I've added the new one right here, and then I've actually, see, just it's tucked. The other side is done as well. So all I gotta do now is kind of tuck up the wiring, and then actually we can start putting the bulbs in these headlights and trying them out. Alrighty, so everything is in there. Headlights are mounted, the wiring, the pins are all good, the bulbs are in there. Pretty easy to put the bulbs in for the headlight, the high beam, and the turn signal. Pretty self-explanatory. Just put the bulbs in there, and then we should be able to try these out. So let me hit the unlock button. Woo! Look at that. So our little LED strips right there are working. And they turn off. And that's it, guys. So a pretty easy install. It does take a little bit of time, but it's mainly because I'm new to wiring and changing out those pins and whatnot. But I'm sure if you had all the right tools and whatnot, you could get it done super easy. But I have little to no experience with wiring and doing all this and that. I could do it with pretty good confidence and that it's going to work and that it's going to last. So the headlights in there look absolutely just so much better. I still have to get them aimed and making sure that everything is all leveled and whatnot, but as of right now they look really good in the car, and I just absolutely love that LED little strip on there. It makes the car look so much more modern and just cleaner, and really just gives the car a really good look. So I'm gonna kind of test these out, but other than that, yeah, and that's it, guys. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down below, drop a like, and make sure you guys check out the forums and the pages and the posts that I've gotten all the information from, because it might be able to help you out as well. I just did it in a video just to kind of help you guys out as well. So thanks, guys.